Today we are replacing the power button board on the HP Envy x360 M6 aq003dx model laptop. This unit was brought in with the power button having some issues. The laptop wouldn't power up when the power button was hit. The user would have to spam the power button or open and close the laptop and push and hold. It never really consistently turned on using the button. This is the part we will be replacing. Make sure to order the correct board as there are a couple different types for the Envy x360 M6. Make sure you search on the aq003dx model. This board not only houses the power button but also a USB port, the audio jack, and the volume up and down buttons. So if you're having issues with any of these features, this board will take care of that also. Access to this board is fairly simple through the bottom cover. By removing some screws and popping some clips. There are 8 screws to remove, circled here in red. 2 of them are under the rubber feet. These screws require a Torx T5 screwdriver to remove. A spudger will be handy for removing the rubber feet, and we'll need that later, so have one on hand. Now that the screws are out, we will need to work around the edge of the cover with a spudger, gently twisting to pop the plastic clips inside, holding the cover on to the rest of the laptop body. On this unit, I found the bottom right corner to be a good spot to start, where I could get the tip of the spudger between the cover and the body of the unit, then worked up the right side, then back along the bottom, up the left side, and then across the top. Your mileage may vary. You may find a better starting point somewhere where there's a bigger gap between the cover and the frame on your unit. Once you get going, they pop pretty easily. Just a little twist on the spudger will start popping the clips all the way around. And there is the opened unit. You'll see the card at the top right of the video, just to the right of the fan. We will need to remove these 3 screws, small Phillips head screws, nothing special. We'll also need to disconnect the ribbon cable from the left side of the board before removing it. First, we'll pop the brown retainer holding the ribbon cable by getting a fingernail or a small screwdriver under the left side and lifting gently up toward the right. Then pull the cable out to the left, straight out of the connector. Next, we'll remove the 3 screws holding the board in. Now to remove the board, we will lift gently up on the left side and pull the board out to the left to clear the ports from the case on the right. For placing the new board, just reverse the steps. Feed the ports in on the right into the openings in the case and lower the left side of the board into place, as I've already done here. Be sure the board is seated completely. There are a couple of plastic posts that align with holes in the board that assure it's seated properly. Make sure the posts and the holes are aligning and the board is all the way down. And then just replace the 3 screws. Next, we're going to slide the ribbon cable gently back into the connector. Make sure you're getting it in straight and gently push all the way in. This always takes me a couple of tries to get it straight and fully seated. Be patient with this. Once the cable's all the way in, push the retaining clip back down so it snaps into place. You'll know if the cable isn't seated properly, if the clip won't go all the way down and won't click down. Don't force it if it doesn't seem to be snapping down. Check the cable alignment first and reseat it if it's not straight or all the way in. And very gently tug on the cable, and that'll let you know that it's in all the way if it doesn't pull back out easily. Okay, now that the board's all in and connected, we're just going to place the bottom of the cover on. I'm not securing it yet, and we'll turn it over to test it. I really don't want to go through all the clips and screws again if there's something wrong with the board or I haven't replaced it properly. Okay, now I'm going to check the power button, the USB port, the audio jack, and the volume up-down buttons to make sure everything is working before I put the bottom on securely. Okay, it looks like the USB port checks out just fine. And the audio jack is pumping out music. Check on that. Okay, the volume up and down controls are working just fine. So it looks like everything checks out. Okay, at this point, you can go ahead and flip the unit back over, press the bottom back on firmly to snap the clips back together, and replace the screws from where they came out of, and then push those two rubber feet back on. The adhesive tape should stick them back on okay. If not, then just find some thin double-sided tape that'll stick those feet back on. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful in your laptop repair, hit the like button, share, and be sure to subscribe to catch more unit repairs, software lessons and tips, unboxings, and much more. Take care.